Alright guys, let's get into this. It's Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. Amon-Rellik Gaming. We're back in Final Fantasy 14 and we're almost level 80. And we'll be able to go ahead and today get through some of the story again. Hopefully hit 80 in a little bit, and then I'll be able to go ahead and finish the rest of the job story. In which then I can go ahead and get my 80 gear. And then we'll be set for starting into Endwalker. Alright, let's hit up Thancred. So here's some dream powder. For administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate you assisting this task. Now, those infected are scared all over the city. I suggest start looking at the derelicts and working your way up. When you're done, be sure to let Ring know. Okay. Go away. You are my daily mule. You are my daily mule. Oh Lord Valtteri, you are my daily mule. Oh Lord Valtteri, my daily mule. see. Oh, Lord Rothery. My daily mule. Hurt. Please, Lord Rothery. Take away the pain. You're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death. My mistress, she's been injured. Please help her, I beg you. What is this? Sleeping. Medicine to help her rest while she awaits treatment. Oh, thank you so much. When she began acting strange, I didn't know what to do. My daily mule. Oh, Rothery. Oh, Rothery, please. Feed me thine daily mule. It's crazy how you find out that they were eating sin-eaters, basically. It's feeding them sin-eaters. Sin-eaters, should I say. Trespassers. Lulling our paradise. You fly to my sweet canary. That's that dude who, yeah, that's the dude who proposed death for that singer girl. Because you know, in this place, if you didn't have the ability to serve a purpose, they would just, well, you were taught to decide to want to kill yourself. Oh, there you are, Amon. I've just finished aiding this man. Now for the next one. More on the dirt and below, you say? So many of them. But Manphilia trusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring the enthralled to you. Well, I'm making certain easy for me to work. Thank you, Anna. I'll do my best to keep pace.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, It is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthri took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Amon-Rellik.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right. I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Okay. We had a nice little speech there, you know, did a little speech there, okay. His eyes glisten with joy. The ladder is situated to the north and west of. Right, let us make our way there, Amon. Oh man, yeah, his eyes glisten with joy. Right on a big ass bird. Big ass red bird. Alright. This is a big ass ladder. Amon, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? Well, blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepares to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Istola and I will serve as the assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with aether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which has too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we will prevail upon thee to procure lumber. My thanks, Amon. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock, Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. Forthwith thou there forthwith. There thou forthwith. Well, he be speaking with that super ancient tongue, boy. Get it right. Irvin. Oh there, Senator. Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town? Take it? If you need lumber for a shack, come to the right place. We can do the building for you too. Now though, that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, at least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead. We'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying around the yard, but most of it's kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here. I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Grithel. Taking stock for Irvin, are you? The last I count, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. Yeah, 68. Now we're right. Another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. Only good for kindling now. Right then, bring the good ones here and I'll be sure to let everything know as well. How many planks does that make now? You're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. Lumber stack. let's get back to him. I think he's gonna do. That one's 71, okay. So the original 71. 71. 4. Plus 11. 6. It should be 106. Yep. That's what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I give you the lumber. You need it for anyway. You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned. If that's the case, let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all is to do something greater. This fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on this project? He wouldn't mind. Wonderful! I'll run up the lad and lasses and we'll head over there to the ladder. Along with all the lumber you'll need. Right, boys, it's gonna work. Let's do it. Grab that lumber. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? Well. To secure not only the material, but the equal cooperation of shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he has proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not that the work shall be completed ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it has been years in the making, at last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hope spurring us on, ever onward towards the journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Urianger is wearing a pensive look. Ah, but prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing matters demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Wait for the work to be completed. Where? We're here. I will need every ounce, people.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exarch?
Has he?
No!